Okay, so I have a problem with LeBron's decision part two for more than one reason. Not just because it's lazy, because it is, and like most advertising these days, they're lazy, and that's a topic for another day. Now, the reason I want to focus on this today is because I'm just a little bit disappointed! I feel like it could have been so much more than what it was. I mean, fine, use the corporate sponsors, do what you have to do. LeBron's always been one to be a businessman, and acting like the NBA itself is not a business that's trying to sell every opportunity it gets would be the biggest lie that's ever told. But just the way that this was done, the opportunity to cash in on a big brand and a big name to create a moment, it just feels like such a missed opportunity. This could have been so much bigger than what it was. And I think most people initially was of the belief that this was probably going to be some type of advertisement or something that had to do with some type of brand deal. Me personally, I thought that it was going to be a shoe deal. That's where I thought this was going to go. I thought it was going to end up being like the launch of some type of LeBron collaboration with somebody that you wouldn't expect. Like everybody pits LeBron and Jordan against each other. But imagine if LeBron and Jordan came together for a sneaker collab. Like, how would that blow the minds of sneakerheads everywhere? And then what would that do to the debates that we have? And of course, how would this affect LeBron's legacy? But I mean, the decision part two, just the hype and the way that they rolled it out was actually pretty ingenious. You just drop it on some random Tuesday or whatever it was, and then have all the social media talking about what it was going to be. And like I said, I thought it was a promotion for something, but for it to just be a lazy Hennessy ad was just like...
Smack up your moms like I smacked Johnny Guinness, Dwayne Clock yesterday. I don't care what they say. Suckers really shouldn't play. I hit him with the Hennessy.
Okay. And I'm not going to be one of those people who piles on LeBron because there are a lot of things that he does that I don't necessarily agree with, but I feel like the LeBron hate in recent memory has gotten a bit over the top. I mean, if you want to hate on him for whatever he did on the court, joining the Heat or joining the Cavs again or joining the Lakers, fine. The flop and whatever. You know, whatever other criticisms you have about him basketball wise, I'm okay with. The thing that bothers me now is how it's gotten into his personal life and people are sort of watching what he does with his kids and his family. It's, I don't know, it's a bit TMZ for me and something that I don't necessarily care about. Granted, the criticisms of Bronny are warranted because he is now an NBA player and an adult who can make decisions for himself. That's not to say that there isn't a line that you shouldn't cross, which I think a lot of people still do, forgetting that this is a father and son. But I do understand within that realm that him being a professional basketball player, he opens himself up to criticism and public criticism, especially playing for the most polarized franchise in the NBA right now. So that's one thing. But the criticism of LeBron himself has gotten weird and personal and something that I don't necessarily want to be a part of. But this thing, going back to the Hennessy ad, is just corporate. I think that's the best way I can sum it up. And my main criticism of it, besides it being a lazy ad to just get attention, is that it could have just been so much more. I felt like the idea and the premise was so good that it could have branched off into something else, but nope. Now it's going to be a footnote and another reason to add to criticisms of LeBron. And I really feel like at this point he's doing it on purpose. Like, there's no way. He's got to be doing it on purpose. I think there's some part of him that, yeah, you have to tune out the noise, but I think there's another part of him that leans into this internet criticism that gets the people going and gets people talking about what he's doing and what he's doing wrong. I think a part of him feeds off of that, and he likes to sort of troll and rage bait which in and of itself is fine. I'm all for it. I think a good troll is worth it, but this wasn't even a good troll. It was just like a whole lot of nothing, a big nothing burger, and then here I am spending however long I am talking about it, so I guess it worked. But at the end of the day, I'm just more disappointed than anything.